Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Daily Dose of Dan. Thanks for checking out my other videos. Be sure to subscribe because once I get up to 1,000 subscribers, then I'm in the big leagues. So please tell your friends and family to subscribe if you like my content. Today we're going to talk about how damn snowy it is outside. Actually, I'm trying some new lighting techniques. I had a few people mention the fact that the lighting was kind of poor, which I already ordered a tripod with the LED ring, and I'm going to start using. Currently, I'm using my laptop camera, which is crap. But once I get that tripod, I'll be able to use. I have an older cell phone with a really nice camera on it that does 4K and all that good stuff. So hopefully get the quality up on my videos. I'm using the white light from our door from all the snow. And I also have a USB white light plugged into my laptop that my brother Martin got me. I can't say how much I love it. It's an amazing light. I use it at night. When I can't sleep, I'll come in and I leave the above lights off so I don't wake my wife up because she has to work early in the morning. And it makes it so I can see the keyboard. So, very handy gift. That being said, let's see what we're going to talk about. One of the updates, some people have reached out to me that from me sharing my story about my lymphedema, there was people out there that had it as well that thanked me for, helping them find out what they had and get help for it. And I'll share those stories with you in future episodes. I just want to let those people know, if you're watching this video or whatever, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to do possibly a video chat interview with you or whatever to talk about your experiences and compare notes or whatever. But that was one of the main reasons I shared my story with the world, was because I couldn't find out what I had. And I didn't want to have anyone go through what I had to go through, so I felt the best way I could do that was to share my story. Warren's story, he passed away shortly after his surgery, not from anything from the surgery or anything. He was just in poor health, and I didn't like that being the end of the story for going through something like this, because I could see people they would add the two together, like, oh, he had the surgery, oh, and then he died, oh, look, he's dead. And I've even heard from other people that there's people out there that think that I died, and I could see how they could confuse, like, hear his passing and maybe confuse it with me or whatever, and I get that. And that's another reason why I've decided to go to YouTube and start updating what's going on, is because it seems like people really want to know. And so I thought, you know what? I've been dragging my feet to do this. I love making videos of stuff and sharing things. So I'm really looking forward to doing one every day. It's going to be hard because you run out of topics theoretically. But hopefully I'm entertaining enough that people keep coming back for more. They're saying that we're supposed to get possibly another 6 inches of snow, and I think right now we have I bet we're probably pushing 8 inches of snow, which for Michigan, getting this much snow later in the year, usually we don't get our mass amount of snow until February. This year has been a little bit different. There's been other areas that we just got slammed. And luckily for us here in southern Michigan, we've been kind of lucky, and it's either blown over us or above us or below us. South Bend, Indiana got hit hard. That's where my nieces live. I also want to talk about it being January. I don't know how many of you know, but my birthday is actually in January 13th actually. I turned 48 this year. And as some of you older people out there know, certain years hit you a little harder than others, and I was kind of not looking really forward to 48 because I'm starting to really creep really close to that big 50 number. And what was really nice was my sister moved up from Florida this last summer with her family, and I hadn't gotten to spend a lot of time with my oldest sister because she's lived in Florida for a long time. And it was kind of cool that I'd reached out and said something about, maybe all of us getting together and watching a movie with my other sister. And my nephews came along as well, and that was awesome. We all went and saw Puss in Boots, and that was amazing. And we had lunch together, and it was a really good time. And then a couple days later, my oldest nephew reached out to me, and him and I went and saw Avatar, and that was awesome. And then literally that night, my nephew on my wife's side of the family, he lives in Detroit, he reached out and said, "Hey, surprise, I'm coming into town. Do you guys want to hang out?" And so I got to hang out with him for 2 days. He spent the night here and had a great time. And my nieces from my nieces from South Bend actually came up and visited during that time. My great niece Ellie, she's selling Girl Scout cookies, and I'll be sure to provide a link of that in the description, because I want her to do very well with the whole selling Girl Scout thing. Of course, I bought some. Probably shouldn't, but Girl Scouts are Girl Scout cookies. So anyway, they came up here to sell some cookies and visit, and it's her birthday's in January as well, so it was amazing seeing her and my niece Kristen. So I've had a really awesome last 2 weeks, pretty much. I also got to hang out with a really close friend. We got to watch Lord of the Rings together on 4K. I've had it on 4K for a while, but didn't really get to watch it. One, it's 12-hour commitment, and and my wife enjoys Lord of the Rings, and we tend to watch it when it's crappy snowy out, which it just hit. So, but I was kind of wanting to do something cool for my birthday weekend, and so I haven't been overly a religious person in my life. My wife is very religious. She goes to church every weekend, and she's part of the church, and it's not that I'm against religion. I like to be open-minded, and I feel that once you choose a specific religion, you kind of close your mind to the others. And that doesn't mean you can't. It's just a little bit more difficult, and it makes sense. And so went to her church with my friend at my wife's church and had a great time. And then went back to their house and had a meal and watched Lord of the Rings, and it was awesome. So I really can't complain for the last couple of weeks. It's been very, very nice. So I'm going to try to make my video a little shorter this time. I asked my sister what she felt, and she felt it was a little long, so I'm going to try to keep it right around the 10-minute mark this time and see if people seem to like the 10-minute area. That's not to say that my other videos that I do other things with won't be longer. I'm just going to try to sum it up. Since I'm posting every day, I don't have to post an hour every day. That's just ridiculous. So, but that being said, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Please, don't be shy. Don't feel like you're going to hurt my feelings. I want to hear feedback, because that's how we make it a better channel. And it's important to me to make content that you guys want to see. It's not about me. I like doing things to have fun, and if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. So just know that you're not going to hurt my feelings. And if there's somebody out there on in the comments, just being a jerk, I'll bounce them. That's as simple as it gets. So and that would take a lot, because like I said, I'm pretty open-minded to people's views, and unless they were toxic, they're not gonna get bounced. Our world is full of people that we don't necessarily agree with, but that doesn't mean they're a bad person. We need to learn to accept each other and accept the fact that we can be different, and that's okay. So I think that's going to be the ending message today, is that it's okay to be different, and not everyone has to be the same. So embrace the fact that we're not all the same, and be sure to go out there and love each other and try to be a more understanding person to the differences that we have with each other. It's hard sometimes, but I think if we all put in the effort, then the world will end up being a better place. And I think that's what we all really want, isn't it? So anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the flip. See you tomorrow.